one big thing went wrong.
Yeah, it's I guess it's one of those things. Some of it's good. I guess you could say some of it's bad, um, to a point. But guys getting picked up. That's what it's all about. Trying to get guys out of here. Obviously, every time you go into a season, you got a goal to get to the playoffs and win a championship. So that's what we always try to do. And just trying to get these guys to understand how blessed we are to play a game. To be able to put on a uniform, can be a little touching to me because I think too many people take it for granted. But, just trying to get these guys to understand how, when you're here, you're kind of so close, but you're so far away. And, understand that, as long as you got a uniform on, you got a chance because you never know when it's going to be your last time. But, hopefully this year, we're going to go into the season like we always do, with the goal to get to the playoffs, win a championship. Hopefully we get some guys taken, and I think we got a pretty good squad. Obviously, at this time of year, everybody looks good on paper, I guess you can say so. We're looking forward to it. I think everybody's chopping at the bit to get going.
Tell us about your off season. Did you take a break between reminiscing about 2017 and looking ahead to building the club for 2018?
Yeah, I think we did a little bit. Probably a little bit of both. Obviously, my wife probably hates me at that end of the year right after the season time because I get kind of emotional, upset. I'm just upset the season's over with because I just love the game and love to be able to put on a uniform. But, you kind of go over what you did last year to, after a couple weeks, you're trying to, already look forward to the following year, and obviously my hitting coach, JB, we talk a lot during the off season, and, we're pretty close, and we, try to talk about what we can do to get better and, both player-wise and, whether it's practice-wise or whatever it might be. So, we try to go into it with a strategy, with a plan, and try to prepare the best way we can.
Scott Patterson wasn't in a position to be able to come back, and you opted not to replace him to take on the role of pitching coach yourself. What kind of led to that decision, and what are you actually, going to take on both game-wise and pre-game-wise?
Well, was looking for a pitching coach. Right after he told me, it was actually kind of late, and since it was kind of late, I didn't know which way it was going to go. I knew if I was going to get with a pitching coach, I wanted someone someone I can trust, and I think communication is very big. So we was kind of looking, but we also was talking on the business side of trying to get another cage involved down there up under the tunnel. So I think we got to say so for that. So that kind of put us on a hold of a pitching coach. Also, having a background in pitching, that kind of played into it a little bit too. But I'm in game wise, I think we'll be fine. Sometimes out of game, when we're making sure guys are watching bullpens and making sure someone's out there with a starter before the game. That's the thing that's going. We might struggle with a little bit, but we talked to the team earlier. I talked to the pitching staff earlier, right first day of spring, and just told them what we need to do and kind of the communication that needs to be going on, and just kind of help each other out since we don't have a pitching coach. And they're all for it. We got a bunch of veterans pitchers on our team, but a couple of veterans in our rotation, so they understand and they know. Most people know what they got to do to get ready and be ready for their time to start and be in the game as well. So I think we're going to be okay.
Gives you a good sense of familiarity with this ball club, but obviously some pretty big guns lost too. There's no Cole Garner, at least as of right now. There's no Sean Halton. There's no Nate Coronado. He got picked up by the Yankees. So tell us a little bit about the guys you filled in with.
Obviously, we got to get a little nucleus coming back, and we got some new guys coming back. I think some of our new guys coming back, a couple guys in the rotation new, and, some arms in the bullpen, and actually some sticks in our lineup are new. So I think all of them, all the new guys can come in and, help us out. At least that's what we're hoping for. And, I think with the nucleus we got this here, coming back from last year, can also help some of the guys that are first-year guys in the league, as far as, what the league's about and, not necessarily how to go about things, but how to, when you come to indie ball, sometimes, you really don't know what you're coming into, and having some of those veteran guys to kind of help them, lead them through the way, and just kind of help them prepare for what the Atlantic League is about is very important, and that's why we try to have a mesh in there. So, and I think so far through camp we got a pretty good little group, and we look good on paper, I guess you can say, but obviously you got to play between the lines. So, with the weather we had in camp, stuff like that, I think everybody's chopping at the bit to obviously get going, but also kind of really see where we stand.
Speed obviously is once again of the essence on this ball club. You got, of course, the two big burners from last year back in Darian Sanford and Rico Noel, but a lot of other guys added in who can really add to that stolen base count as well.
Yeah, I kind of like to build my team around a little speed. I think speed is one of them things that's tough to defend and it's tough to teach, and speed never goes in a slump. So I like to have some guys that can run a little bit. So having a little mesh with some speed and maybe a little bit of a thump in the middle of the lineup, hopefully that'll go in pretty good. A bunch of guys hopefully that knows how to play the game, and from on paper that's what it looks like. So we're like I said, we're chopping at the bit to get going. I think everybody's excited and ready to go tonight, and 6:30 can't come fast enough for them guys.
5 preseason games. What could you get out of those games to tell you what you're looking at with this club? Really, was there anything?
Well, I think it is tough to tell because of the weather we had and stuff like that. But I think one of the things is I think our pitcher threw strikes. I think we could be a little durable in our bullpen, so I think that's good. We'll see how that bullpen is going to fan out. We got some guys that we're going to have to see what role they fit in. I think our speed is going to be very important to us, and I think we showed a little bit of that in spring of what we could. We didn't kind of open up too much, but I think that's a lot of what we'll be doing, and I think we can be exciting. So I think I think the effort was there. I think everybody was preparing well and trying to do what they needed to do to get ready for those games and the weather it was. But we try to take out as much as we could out of it and try to get the work we could just in the little spring training that we had.
1-run lead going into the bottom of the 9th tonight. Who closes?
Matt Reynolds.
Okay. When did you make that decision?
Well, Schumann's down, so Matt Reynolds is going to be my back end guy. Both of those are going to probably be my back end guys, 8 to 9, but I didn't know which way I was going to go, who's going to be 8 and who's going to be 9. But right now, that's probably where I'm going into right now with Schumann. We'll see. We'll see where they're going to be.
And I know you're more than just a baseball guy, so I have to ask this question. Who goes first in the NFL draft tonight?
Saquon Barkley.